Fandom Ultra 2000!
Dude, did you get it? Did you get it? Is there one any left?
I got it.
Oh, fuck yes!
I got it. All right. I think it's the only one we got left.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man.
We're gonna have to make a stop somewhere. What's the nearest system we got?
I think Iridani 17.
Okay. Well, I think they've got a pretty good stock there, so we'll just we'll fill up what we got here and we'll see what we got going. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
So, where's our passenger? She went in on this?
Hey, passenger. What's your name again? It don't matter. Hey, we got some alcohol. You want some?
Heck yeah, I want some.
All right.
You gotta keep it on the DL though. You know this stuff's
you.
illegal now.
Yeah. I mean, we got to do what we got to do, you know.
That's really good.
It's pretty good.
Man.
So, I guess we got a little time to kill, so...
Yeah, just entered hyperspace. We got like, what, 16 hours till we really have to do anything?
Yeah. So, we'll be there pretty soon. So, did you see that new Predator trailer?
No, there's a new Predator trailer?
Yeah, it was for that new movie that's coming out. You know, I mean, we'll get it here in a couple of years, I guess, but...
Hell yeah.
You know, time code... Yeah,
Gotta hate that
how it
time
works.
lag, man.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Whatever it is.
No.
But I feel like they kind of spoiled it a little.
Damn, really?
Yeah, just at the end, I feel like they kind of gave away a little too much. I think they could have pulled back a little bit. But the marketing campaigns is worse than, what was it, Terminator 5, the Genesis,
God.
where they gave away the entire
Just,
plot of the trailer.
They should have just stopped it too.
Yeah, they should have. And do you know what's funny? Now that you say that, I actually kind of remember reading that they are looking to make another Predator or Terminator movie.
Are you kidding me?
With the director of the Deadpool, Deadpool movie.
What?
And they're going to tap into the events of Terminator 2.
Okay, seriously, what are they smoking, and where can we get some of that shit?
I don't know.
Damn.
So, I'm curious to see what they do. So, we'll see how that goes about, but whatever.
Wow.
Do you have any thoughts on this, passenger?
What is your name anyway? We gotta stop calling you passenger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Steven, he's George.
I mean, I know you wanted some anonymity, but damn, just calling you passenger for the next 16 hours, it's gonna be awkward as hell.
I mean, I didn't pay you to know my name.
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair. So, if you're cool being called passenger, we'll just call you passenger.
Yeah, that's true. It's fine. Did you have you seen Deadpool, passenger? Deadpool
No,
2?
I haven't, because my loving husband, totally went and saw it without me because he's a douche nozzle, and I mean, I just don't know what to say.
And
He's
the bag
just-
it came.
He sounds like a piece of shit. I'm telling
Right?
you.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you should
Yes.
really be upset at him.
Yeah, I am. I'm very.
Is
upset
that
at
why
him.
you're catching a ride with us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Okay.
why.
All right.
Yeah, you know you can get the stuff on like the infonets, like we have it in our archives.
Mhm. I mean, we could show it to you if you want, but
Yeah.
I mean, well, we'll see. We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we don't want to talk about that with you around, because we don't want
Yeah.
to spoil anything. For
Yeah,
you.
especially the way like Deadpool dies at the end. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
The man who can't die because of the super healing factor dies in the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, that depends if you're talking about the movies or the comics. I mean, on the comics, he can't die because Thanos has a hard-on for his girlfriend. He just doesn't want him to get it on with her.
That's true.
Who is death, by the way. Just anybody who's
Anybody who
curious.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
What about Solo? Did you get to see Solo?
No, not yet. Soon.
I got to see
soon.
Solo.
We're actually going to try to see it tomorrow.
Well, look, I'm gonna kind of put some stuff to bed. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of hatred for this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why do we need this movie? What's the point of this movie? It's the lowest performing Star Wars film ever.
Which really isn't saying much. I mean, even the lowest performing Star Wars film is going to do better than most other films.
Yeah, but it's so amazing to hear that this movie is getting so much criticism, so much hate. But if you watch it, it's a good movie. I mean,
Really?
I won't say that it's just like it's a necessary movie. I mean, when you say necessary, it's like they did something to make you go, "Oh my God, I didn't know that." Granted, I will say something at the end. You're like, "Holy crap, I didn't see that coming."
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wasn't to the point.
Let me guess. Spoiler alert, he makes the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
But even that was just kind of like, okay, you know, I mean, not to dismiss it, but it was just kind of one of those, okay, that was a Kessel Run, cool. So
Yeah.
it's like it hits all
Really?
these bullet points where you're just like, okay, now we understand this portion of his history, but does it feel like it's a necessity? Not necessarily, not something that we really need to know, but it's not a bad movie. It's fun. It's a fun ride.
Seriously,
I think
do you ever actually pilot the ship? I mean, I'm in the engine room all the time.
It's on.
And
It's on
every
cruise
time I
control.
see you, you're like, oh, I've seen this movie and this movie, and I'm like, I've been in the engine room this whole time.
It's
What
on
have you
cruise
actually been
control,
doing?
man. It knows where it's going.
Well, then do something else.
Okay,
it's
I'm
only
sorry.
us on the ship and
The passenger.
but she just sits there and just.
Yeah.
I pilot when I need to. I direct it when it needs to get there. We're on a course. We know where we're going.
Damn management.
I know. I've got a phone to help us. You know, that phone, it's got apps and stuff. It helps. But anyway, no, it's a fun movie.
Cool.
I felt like it was a fun movie, regardless of when you kind of look back on it and you're like, well, is it necessary? Maybe not, but it's still a fun movie. I think
That's 95% of the DC movies.
Well, I wouldn't even call them fun. I hate to say that. Well, no, I don't. I don't hate to say that. I don't want to say that. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to say that they're terrible movies, but
Yeah.
I can't help that they are. Wonder Woman is great.
Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah. We'll at least give credit where credit's due. Jesus. Anyway.
Helps that Gal Gadot is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Speaking of which, there was a...
oh, that came out my nose.
No, speaking of which,
Oh.
yeah, that mead's getting to you. No, speaking of which, did you hear about the sequel to Wonder Woman being announced?
No.
There wasn't any kind of like trailer or anything like that, but there was an announcement. It's called Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, snap.
So now we know what era it's going to be set in.
So I've got to go in the archives and look up Wonder Woman 84 in the comics.
84.
See if that matches up in any way.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, nothing really stood out to me as to what exactly could be happening at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I'm a little curious to know what that really kind of hits on. But I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Word. That's
I
what she
mean,
said.
it's same director, same actor. So I'm in.
Hell yeah.
And we know that the people on the island, Themyscira, they're not dead because that all happened on Justice League.
At least most of them aren't dead.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Justice League, God, what a disaster that was. Why
No
was that
shit.
such a bad movie? This should have been.
Auto-tuned upper lip. Auto-tuned upper lip, I think, is the main...
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think that was just the.
It wasn't, but it was just
Worst
the most
part of it.
blatant worst.
You know what I hated? Well,
Hold on. Did it come on play?
No, keep going.
Wow.
Keep
Word.
going.
There's a lot I hated about the movie. One, I mean, I like the guy who played the Flash. I thought he was good.
He was a great
But
Flash.
I
Also, the guy
also-
from Harry Potter.
No,
Just to say.
he was good, but the way that they made him run, he looked freaking
I
retarded.
know. They could have at least trained him on how to run
Yeah.
like a not idiot.
Yeah. And then Aquaman.
I'm just saying. The way he runs, he was like, arms flailing, legs kicking up in the air behind him.
The fact that a guy's been doing it on television for 3 years beforehand, it
Yeah.
should have been like, I got
God.
it figured out.
They could have just hired that guy for the movie, and he would have been a better Flash.
Yeah.
I mean,
It would've been
I
amazing.
like the guy.
No, yeah.
The guy they had in the movie was a decent Flash. Mm-hmm. But come on. But
Yeah.
come on. CW's the Flash. Barry, the guy they have
Grant
for Barry
Gustin
Allen
is
Grant
proper.
Gustin is fantastic as the Flash. He's got the serious when he needs it, but he's got the just quippiness that you need from the Flash. He is a fantastic Flash.
I agree.
And I know that we're biased at this point, but
we're not
Come
getting
on.
paychecks from Marvel, goddammit. Okay? We're just being serious fans that love this stuff. We want the DC movies to be good.
yes, the Marvel movies are good. Or at
Yeah.
least they're okay most of the time.
Yeah. They're fun.
I want DC movies to be closer to the level of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was fantastic because they took the source material and they made it into a movie. I mean, they included the whole she was formed from clay by the gods. They included so much of her backstory from the comics and put it into the movie, and it was fantastic. Like, they stayed so true to the stories. But in all of the other movies, oh no, we got to change this. We got to change that.
Yeah. Superman was the worst offender of being changed.
Oh,
The Jesus, whatever you call it,
yeah.
where he just had to be that symbol, and it's like
Super
no,
Jesus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need that
I think Batman was the worst.
because he was a murderer.
Exactly. I grew up loving Batman. Batman was my hero because he was a superhero who did not have superpowers. He was a normal person.
He was not a normal person.
Well, I mean, he was a
uber
rich
guy.
person,
He was
but
a rich
still.
bitch. His superpower was money.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. His superpower was money.
But he
because
didn't have
think about the
super
other
strength.
No. I refuse your argument. Because every other superhero, they have things that nobody else has. Well, guess what? Most people don't have shit tons of money.
And he even says that in the movie. I'm rich.
Yeah.
That's his superpower.
Yeah. Well, he was right. Most accurate line in that damn movie.
But they took him and they made him into a murderer.
Well, if you
But
look
they
at the
did-
stuff that he does to the people he fights in the comics and the movies,
However, to be fair,
guess what? It'd kill half of them.
To be fair, that was only in Batman vs Superman. He didn't really kill anybody in
No,
Justice
in
League.
Justice League, he was a whiny little bitch the entire freaking movie because he wanted his butt buddy back from the dead.
And you know, they could have done that so... Think about this, okay? Think about this for just a moment. Because I don't know why we got on this trail of Justice League.
Do we have to think about this anymore?
Just for a moment, okay? The fact that you couldn't get Henry Cavill back from his Mission Impossible, you know, the mustache must stay debacle.
More like Mustache Impossible.
Yeah, exactly. So, if they couldn't shave the mustache, why remove it? Why not just give him a beard?
Yeah.
Give him another suit.
Yeah.
And just say, okay, we'll get him into the regular suit later.
Yeah.
But just leave him in the beard.
Yeah.
Okay, he was been dead.
Exactly.
Hypothetically, at this point,
Allegedly,
he's not.
mostly.
And
He wasn't fully dead. He's only mostly dead.
Yeah.
But still, how
Princess
long
Bride
had
reference,
he
anybody's
been
curious.
in the ground?
Well, he wasn't in the ground.
Well,
so
okay,
no,
how long-
0 seconds.
How
Bam!
long had he technically been dead?
Uh,
Between
6
Batman
months?
versus... Okay. More than enough time to grow a freaking beard.
And hypothetically, if you remember from the comics, he was not dead. He was merely, his heart rate had slowed to a crawl to a point that would allow him better time to heal. That was the whole point why he seemed like he was dead. That was the excuse they gave in the comics. He was not dead.
That hardly seems like a useful evolutionary trait, by the way, because if you seem like that point, your ancestors, they're going to bury your ass.
Exactly.
So how would that even evolve in a
don't
natural
know.
situation?
But again,
just
he's
asking.
Kryptonian on Earth, so it was one of those. They didn't know. But I'm just saying, why not? In that time, he grew a beard, and they're like, "Wow, that's weird. Why is he still growing hair? Your hair still grows when you're dead."
This conversation seems familiar. It seems like we've bitched about this before.
Maybe we have. Maybe not on the show.
No. Maybe
but-
this show. I think we did it
Have
on
we?
this last. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares?
Nah.
All right. Well, moving on. But I'm just saying, Wonder Woman 88. Plus, while we're on the subject of DC movies, Jared Leto has been confirmed to get his own Joker movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm happy about that.
I don't know either.
Because he made an okay Joker, but he wasn't a great Joker. Like he made a good Joker for Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if he would be good as a Joker on his own.
Well, see, what's interesting about that is they're giving him that movie like a solo Joker movie for
Yeah.
whatever reason, and then
Money.
On top of
It's
that,
money.
there's a Birds of Prey movie
Really?
that will have. I'm not sure if it's the same movie or not, but I know that there was another one. I think if it's not the same one, there's another one called Gotham Sirens, which is Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and someone else attached, where it's just a female villain superhero movie.
I'm just going to say, I don't know why they'd go ahead and do a Birds of Prey movie if they haven't even introduced Barbara Gordon into this movie.
Well,
universe.
what was interesting about that is someone even pointed out in an article, they're just like, doing a Birds of Prey movie proves that DC or Warner Brothers has not even learned anything from Justice League.
Yeah, no shit.
Because they were talking about doing a Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
And Joss Whedon was going to lead that until he got,
Joss Whedon.
I think it was he got sexual harassment, like every other man in Hollywood right now.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah. So he got bummed with that, so he backed out. But you know what? I would have loved to have seen a Batgirl movie. Why not? So I mean, we're talking about. If we're talking about Batgirl, are we talking about Barbara Gordon Batgirl, or are we talking about some other Batgirl?
No.
I think Barbara Gordon would be interesting.
Yeah, I would love to see a Barbara Gordon Batgirl movie.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and it could jump times. It could go through like just high points in her career as Batgirl, leading up to the time that she gets paralyzed by the Joker. And just have that be the entire movie.
That could lead into the Joker movie
And the Birds of Prey movie. It would be fantastic. But fucking DC, just they refuse to do anything logically. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just edit out his mustache. That's fine.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, we'll just change the entire like tone of the of our freaking my brain's gone to shit. I can't remember.
Well, what about the idea that they were talking about doing their very first Flash movie being Flashpoint?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How the hell do you have your first Flash movie be
I don't know.
Flashpoint?
I don't know.
I mean, admittedly, yes, the general public at this point knows the basics of these characters. They know the origins and everything, so I can maybe understand. But at the same time, really?
Flashpoint needs to be kind of like your Justice League movie.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need Wonder Woman, you're going to need Aquaman, you're going to need
all
Batman.
of these characters.
Yeah. And to be fair with that, though, I would love to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god, yes.
Because he was...
Who would they cast as female Joker?
I don't know.
Man.
That would be interesting.
That would be fantastic.
No, it would be Laurie Cohen.
Gina Davis.
No, it'd be Laurie Cohen.
You
from
think Laurie Cohen?
Yeah, because she was Batman's mother.
Really?
That's right.
Really?
From Batman vs Superman. So it
Yeah.
would be her.
Word.
If you're going by straight continuity, if they're going to do it right.
Which, let's face it, it's DC. They're not going to go by straight continuity.
That's true.
The funny thing about DC though is their live action movies suck, but their animated movies are freaking amazing.
And their TV shows are pretty good.
Yeah.
Their TV, yeah.
The TV shows are good, like The Flash and
Arrow.
The
To
Flash.
a point, Arrow. To a point, Arrow.
Up until about
I
season
like-
3, Arrow was fantastic.
Arrow's good. The biggest problem that they have is the fact that they continue to do freaking flashbacks for the man, even though we know basically the entire fucking backstory.
To be fair, they actually cut out a lot this last year, if you recall. They
That's
did a
sad.
few flashbacks here and there, but they were few and far between, so I'll give them that. But if you look at their TV shows that they've done, Flash is awesome. I give Arrow kind of a passable grade because...
Let's face it, they introduced Brain Turned to Hell.
Who? What?
Magic, demons,
Damien Dark?
no, well, Damien Dark was part of it, but it was the good
Constantine?
guy. Constantine!
Yeah, that's
They
right.
introduced
I love
Constantine into their universe.
He's going to be a regular in Legends of Tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Man, I've got to catch up on Legends.
Legends of Tomorrow's pretty good.
Okay, and
Yeah.
speaking of Legends of Tomorrow, since we're on that subject,
Gotta love some White Canary.
I
He's
heard
oh.
I heard
I
this.
can't do the sexy cat purr. It sounds like a cat drowning in its own phlegm.
Her butt chin gets on my nerves.
Okay, well,
Well,
real
I'm
quick,
an ass man, so damn.
Oh,
damn.
well.
real
There you
real quick, while we're on the Legend of Tomorrow, I actually
Yeah.
heard that the guy who plays Wally, Wally
Yeah,
West,
yeah.
he's actually bowing out. He's not going to be on the show anymore.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he's got some, I guess, some personal issues that he's going through, and he needs to take some time for himself. But he's going to be on the season premiere of that, and I think maybe on the season premiere of the Flash, if I'm not mistaken, because he was in the season finale, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was in the.
But
in like the last.
He didn't say he was going to be gone forever. He just said he needs
a sabbatical,
yeah.
more or less.
Which is funny because as he's taking a sabbatical, I've heard that the guy who played Roy Harper is coming back to Arrow.
Really?
And he took a sabbatical
Roy.
too. Yeah.
He was a great character.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see Arsenal's coming back.
Yeah.
That was a great character. That's what I loved about was it Young Justice that they did on the Cartoon Network?
So is he coming back as Arsenal or as Red Arrow?
No, as Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's fantastic. I love to see him back again. And I can't wait to see what they do. Well, all right, let's talk up about DC, and what they're doing. They've got a streaming service they're working on right now.
Oh, really?
They're working on a Titans TV series, which...
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Which got a lot of flack.
No,
if you've seen,
really?
Hold on. It got a lot of flack when people saw behind the scenes, pictures, like set photos and whatnot, because the characters did not look. You saw Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire. And
I've always loved me some Raven.
Beast Boy.
Just damn.
Okay, Raven looked like a hobo.
Really?
Yes. I mean, and granted, they were wearing coats, and one of the actresses, I think the one who played Starfire, took to Twitter and was talking about how it was freaking cold, so they were wearing coats and everything. But just her hair and just her demeanor did not look like Raven.
Oh.
Beast Boy, I think they said something about I guess in the show he's going to have like a cloaking thing that makes him look like a normal person, but he has the green hair.
Really?
And then Starfire, no offense to the actress whatsoever, but the outfit they had her in and the way her hair was, she looked like a freaking prostitute.
Well, to be fair...
No, it was Starfire that looked like a prostitute.
Who did I say?
You said Starfire. She said Starfire.
I said
Oh, did you?
Starfire.
I thought you said Raven.
No.
Sorry. Yeah.
Raven looked like a hobo.
Raven was always my favorite.
No.
Just...
They have showed a picture of Robin, and he is on
Robin
freaking point.
Yeah.
He looks freaking amazing.
He
is on fleek.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Robin looks pretty badass. So I would say that at some point, they're actually gonna. I think they'll be fine, especially after you saw the one set. Again, they're set photos. It's behind the scenes. They're filming something. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, there could be so many things going on. We could actually see it when it actually comes out, and they look on point, just like Robin.
Yeah, I always try to give them like benefit of the doubt with the behind the set footage and all that stuff. I give them a benefit of the doubt until the actual trailer comes out.
Yeah, but DC, they're doing a streaming service. They've got the Titans TV series. They're bringing back Young Justice, which I'm so happy about, because Young Justice ended on such a cliffhanger on season 2.
Oh no!
Oh! He saw the pictures.
Oh no!
No! Don't judge.
Again,
Don't judge.
it's a behind-the-scene photo, but again, you look at it. I mean,
yeah, Raven looks like an emo homeless girl.
Yeah.
I can't even I can't even with the other two.
It's okay.
Like,
now let me look up Robin.
Like Starfire looks like she looks like a homeless prostitute. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't seen anything beyond this one picture. But that hair, really? That hair, you couldn't have made it like any better.
I mean, they've showed pictures from the comics where Starfire did have kind of the wavy curly hair. Mm-hmm. And again, it's nothing against the actress whatsoever. I'm totally for diversity and everything else, but she doesn't look like Starfire.
No, not
plain
at
and
all.
simple.
Not
She
at all.
does not look like Starfire. They could have made a different
the outfit a little better, because
Yeah.
the thing with Starfire never had cleavage.
But we
Like she
fair enough.
until she got older. She never had
Exactly.
Oh, she's had cleavage in the comics.
Okay, but the Teen Titans era, which is what it looks like they're going for.
Even then,
She always had that turtleneck kind of thing going on.
okay.
I mean, sure, she had a slut skirt, But she had a turtleneck at least, and this is just.
I mean, when they're
it looks more
comparing
like
it
a
to-
prom dress reject that she's wearing.
It looks like a Halloween costume.
Yes.
Plain and simple. It looks like a Halloween
Cleavage.
costume. But that's older Starfire.
That's
That's
I'm
Older
okay with that.
Starfire.
But even that,
But that's
not
not
cleavage.
cleavage.
That's boobs, yeah, but it's not
No.
cleavage. It's
Okay.
covered. Big boobs and cleavage is
Okay.
different. Okay, so that's
Christ.
that's mostly cleavage, yes.
Okay. No,
I do have to say though, the Beast Boy's decent. Okay, that's send me that picture, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah. Seriously, send me that
There's
picture.
Robin.
That's badass. I
Robin.
don't know. It's not.
At least he looks like Robin.
He looks too Batman broody.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be that. I mean, if you remember the Teen Titans show that they did on the Cartoon Network, he was the kind of the broody.
He was, but
I want to
even
be.
still.
I want to be the leader. I'm Robin. I'm trying to live up to Batman's legacy.
But it seemed like personally, I always thought that the Robin in the cartoons, in the '90s cartoons, 2000s. I don't know when that show came out. Regardless, he seemed like he was putting on the broodiness. Like it wasn't actually who he was. He
Right.
was just trying to live up to Batman's standards.
Sure.
The pictures that I've seen, he looks like he's truly brooding, and I don't know. It's just
But
not the same.
that kind of fits to, in a way, depending on how they play this show out dramatically,
Yeah.
which I would love.
Yeah.
That he's trying to live up to this legacy of Batman.
Yeah.
But maybe at some point he's kind of learns through the Titans
Yeah.
that that's just not who he is.
No.
He needs to be his own person. That's why he became Nightwing. That's
Yeah.
why he became his own man.
That's a good point, because they could start off the show with him being the deep broody like Batman, and
Yeah.
then like growing into the more. That's a good point. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Now,
I do have to say I like the Beast Boy. Like even though it's like a human skin and the green hair, he seems like he has the right kind of personality for Beast Boy.
he does look like he has the right.
He even
kind
has
of
the
personality
costume
for
right.
Beast
I
Boy.
mean,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Which is the only one of the three.
Now, a total step away from DC. Have you heard what they announced they're bringing back?
No, I'm kind of worried now. The way you're saying
I
this.
feel offended, and my
Okay.
childhood is ruined. They are bringing back Thundercats.
Oh Jesus.
That is the new
Thundercats go.
No, it's like
It looks like Thundercats had a baby with Steven Universe.
yeah,
And I love Steven Universe. I freaking love that
But
show.
it's not-
but it is
it's
not
not
Thundercats.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's a little disappointing.
I'm so mad.
But that seems to be the thing that catches everyone's eye now.
no,
so-
that's what catches
God. children's
children's eyes now. They
Right.
don't even attempt like Teen Titans. I freaking loved Teen Titans. And then they made Teen Titans
Yeah.
Go, and it's literally a rehash of every freaking episode.
To be fair, I'm curious and kind of interested in seeing the Teen Titans Go movie. Have you seen that? Because it's almost like they're poking fun at every DC trope
Really?
using the Teen Titans Go phenomenon. Like
Gotcha.
in the trailer, you see them facing off against Deathstroke, and they're just like, "Dude, you're Deadpool," and he's like, "I'm not Deadpool. What are you talking about? No, Deadpool is me. I'm first."
Yes. Yeah, he was first.
Because he
Yes,
was.
he
Because
was.
Deadpool is technically a ripoff of
Yes.
Deathstroke.
Yes.
And if you don't know that, people, if you're listening, Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson, Deathstroke, and Deadpool. Think about it.
Yeah. Complete,
Okay.
like straight up.
Yeah,
Like no joke, no denying.
No.
It's just
Now
like
there
documented
is-
facts.
There's an episode of Teen Titans Go where they do make fun of themselves. I think
oh,
it's
yeah?
the episode where they're trying to see what Robin's
Are you
face
sure
actually
that's not
looks
every
like.
episode? Because those
No,
episodes. are
every
just, that show
episode
was
they
just-
show, it is literally a rehash of the original show. They
Oh,
just
I
take
know.
like a funnier freaking twist on it.
Like I don't like the cartoons that they have these days for the people coming up. But that's probably because I grew up on like Dragon Ball Z,
Yep.
Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Trigun. Like
We
those
grew up
are
on the good shit.
fantastic animes. And now I look around and you've got just it's so bad.
it's not. I won't say it's bad. It's just it's targeted to the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, if you look at certain ones, Voltron is a great example.
Yeah.
That one seems like it's targeted toward it's a younger audience, but it can also get into the older audience as well. Much like Avatar and the Legend of Korra did.
Yeah.
What they did.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same people that did that too. So it's wonderful.
Voltron, the new Voltron, seemed like it was like Voltron, the original, had sex with Avatar: The Last Airbender, and the baby that they had was the new Voltron.
Who's the one that played, or who's the one that's the blue lion?
It doesn't matter.
Or
Lance.
was the blue Lance? He is freaking Sokka.
He
I
is.
swear to God, he
Are you
is
sure
like
it's not Sokka?
it is
God.
fucking Sokka.
You know, the only way that movie makes any kind of sense to me, the Last Airbender movie, for anybody who's wondering, the only way that is remotely acceptable is if you think that it's not an Avatar movie, it's an Ember Island Players movie.
And see, that would make more sense.
Now explain to everybody who the Ember Eye.
Okay. And what, the third season of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon series, they're in the Fire Nation, and they go to a play that the Fire Nation has put on called the Ember Island, put on by a group called the Ember Island Players, which is basically the story of the Avatar from the Fire Nation's point of view, and it is awful. It's like local movie. It's like local theater kind of level of play. It's just awful the whole time, but it's awful in a funny way. It's like M. Night Shyamalan was like, okay, I'm not allowed to do any like any twists in this movie the way I do in all of my movies. So I'll hide a twist. Instead of it being an Avatar movie, it's an Ember Island Players movie. That way, however bad that I make it, it'll be okay. But he didn't tell anybody because, I've got to do my twist thing.
That's true. See, if you look at it like that, it's actually passable.
Palatable. It's not good.
Bad.
It's still not good. It's at least condonable.
Yeah, you can be like, okay, I can at least let it go.
Like,
from
it's
that
not
point.
good, but
we actually sat through
hate
it. I actually sat through it for, even though I knew it was bad. I was sitting there going, no, I'm going to sit through this. I'm going to sit through it.
I've sat through it twice.
Oh my God.
I watched it a second time because I was like, there has to be some sort of redeeming quality to this movie.
No.
Which is why I came up with the theory that it's an Ember Island Players movie, because that is the only way I can think of that is remotely acceptable that this movie was made.
You know what the worst part is? Outside
Sokka?
of Sokka?
Oh
my
God.
Ugh.
And
I realize that's probably the way it should have been pronounced.
No!
But it's not.
They, like, I know a lot of people here lately have had a big problem with people making animes and stuff like that into live action and the whole whitewashing thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That doesn't make any kind of difference. Because have you seen the Full Metal Alchemist movie?
I have seen the Full Metal Alchemist movie.
I couldn't make it past the point where the mother's hanging up laundry on the line because the kids acting in that movie is so damn bad that even in a different language, I could tell it was bad acting.
The best part of that entire movie is to see Alphonse in the suit of armor. Because they did that freaking CGI and everything.
So literally the best part of that
amazing.
movie is the CGI.
Which is bad.
No.
Interesting.
Not all the CGI
just
is
the
good.
armor CGI.
Just the armor.
Wow.
Everything else is just really bad.
I'm glad I didn't make it past 2 minutes into that movie.
And I mean, I watched the entire thing, and
My
I do
God.
feel like it was a waste of my time.
you must be into S&M because that is just 2 hours of just punishment.
I watched it, and the funny thing is I will watch that, and I have not given Brotherhood a single minute of my time. Because I'm so used to the original that I just can't watch Brotherhood because of everything. And I know that it is literally step by step the manga and how it was supposed to be. But I can't get past it because I'm like, this isn't my anime.
Okay. First of all, manga.
Shut the fuck up.
I really have no second of all. I just wanted to preface that with the first one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you were talking about mangas that are turned into movies, have you ever seen the original Death Note movie?
No.
It was made
The
in
Japanese ones.
Well,
No.
if you want to be correct about it, was made in Korea, but still, it's the Japanese version. So to speak.
Yeah.
But
They're good.
They're spot on.
Really?
They're
Granted,
really good.
Granted,
Nice.
it's well, there are 3 movies, but if you take the first 2,
Ooh.
if you take the first 2 and boil them down, they take the core idea of what it is.
Yeah.
They boil it down to its essence, and it's actually pretty good. It was the very
Really?
first time I was introduced to Death Note.
Really?
And then I went back and watched the anime, and then
such a good show.
and then,
the,
yeah.
the
Such a
anime
good
was
show.
so fantastic.
I mean, I enjoy them both, you
Yeah.
know, because it was like, okay, the movie was good because it stuck to the construct of what it was.
Yeah.
They didn't stray away from it. They didn't take away from anything. They cut it into a 2-parter, so it's like a 4-hour movie technically.
Yeah.
But they got the essence of what it is right. And from what I've heard of the Netflix version, they missed the mark. completely.
Literally,
But-
the best part of the Netflix version is Willem Dafoe.
That's
like,
what I've heard.
I don't know why they even put any CGI on that motherfucker, because he is real in real
Oh,
life.
I've heard that you either love it or you hate it.
It's
But I mean, again, they considered it whitewashing.
you either love it or you hate it.
You
It's
can't
more like-
whitewash if it's in the United States.
I know, but
you
they
either-
still
you either love it or
considered
you
it
hate it. It's more
whitewashing.
like you either hate it or you have terrible taste.
Now, have you seen Ghost in the Shell, the live action?
No, I haven't.
It is good.
Really?
They do stick to it. Now,
Really?
people called it whitewashing.
I'm kind of shocked about that.
People called it whitewashing
Yeah.
because it was
Scarlett
Scarlett
Johansson.
Johansson.
Yeah.
But she, Major,
Huh?
in the freaking manga,
Yeah.
was made to look like a Caucasian woman.
Oh, I know.
She was not
know,
meant
so
to
I've
look
never had a-
Asian. She
yeah.
was meant to look. She was white.
Yeah.
She was a Caucasian woman.
Yeah.
But people considered it whitewashing
You
because
can't call
Scarlett
it whitewashing,
Johansson
then.
played her, even though it's a Japanese anime.
Yeah.
But that just shows the people who didn't like the
They
fucking
just,
anime.
they just heard anime and thought, oh, Japanese.
Yeah.
That's racist on their parts.
But it's a good movie. They show a lot of the stuff that actually happened in the show. My
Really?
biggest thing was I remember in the show the robot that was on their side, the big spider looking thing.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
show it, but they
Really?
showed kind of an off version
Aw.
of like the bad part of them, but they didn't have the one on their side.
Speaking of whitewashed anime movies,
Oh Lord.
Aeon Flux.
Oh yeah, with Charlize Theron,
Yeah.
who was hot by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Aeon Flux. That was. I don't think there was a single Asian person in that entire movie.
I never watched it. I never saw it.
It's awful.
It's
It was just awful.
Are they making an Akira one?
There's been
Really?
a lot of talk about
I
an Akira
thought
movie.
they were.
It's been like in development hell for so long because somebody wants to make it and then there's like, nah, but yeah, but nah. And it's just this back and forth because I don't think they know how to go about it because when they start talking about it, I think they started ramping it up again when Ghost in the Shell came out, and then there was that whole whitewashing thing. We're like, no, don't do it now, because I remember one of the early drafts was that they were going to have like Leonardo DiCaprio as the lead,
Really?
and I was just like,
No.
no, yeah, and then it just got
No.
scrapped. It was like, no, don't do that. So I think they're not really sure what to do. I don't know if it's still in development right now.
Yeah.
But I have heard that it's on someone's radar to possibly do at some point.
Another blasphemy one. Dragon Ball Z.
Oh God.
That was
You
terrible.
don't have to go any further because just what the hell?
I never watched it.
Just it was. You should.
As soon as
You-
I saw,
you really
like,
shouldn't.
I
As
didn't.
soon as I saw
Like
that it was coming out, and I saw who was playing him, and just the whole. I mean, I watched Dragon Ball, and
yeah.
I've watched Dragon Ball Z, and I'm just like, that's not Goku.
It's not the giant ape transformation that he does in that movie.
Oh
First
my
of all,
God.
not a giant. Second of all, it happens because Piccolo, or the Piccolo they have in the movie, like curses him with something. It's not something he just does. It's
Does he even have the tail in the movie?
no.
No.
And not to mention he's like an
Stupid.
older high schooler in the movie.
I know he only.
It is so bad that I can't even quantify how bad it is.
Well, see, it's funny because I actually somebody drew a fan picture the other day of their boyfriend as Goku, and he had the tail.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies at work was like, Goku didn't have a tail when he was older.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay. I was
Well,
like,
unless you're talking
technically-
about GT.
well, I was like, technically he didn't until he went. What was it?
That
like
just shows
Super
that even
Saiyan-
the animes itself are kind of blasphemous sometimes.
Which Saiyan level was it that he turned red and he had a tail?
It doesn't matter because it's not canon anymore. Like
Isn't there,
literally
like, a
the
blue
creator
hair?
of the series came back for
There's so many fucking stages. I know Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 basically
Super Saiyan
look the
3.
same.
You gotta have
Super
3. That's the
Saiyan
long
3
hair.
has the super long hair.
Yeah.
I think it was Super Saiyan 4 where he went red, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's no longer canon. So after Super Saiyan 3, it's Super Saiyan God, which is the blue hair.
Why is it no longer canon?
Because
Because the
GT.
creator of Dragon Ball came back. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna make this new series, and the stuff that happened over here in GT that never happened.
GT was horrible.
That was never happened. They just
Okay.
I will
came back
be
and they just
upfront and honest
they
with that one.
completely retconned
So they-
the entire of GT. They're like, yeah, that's just it's nothing. Don't
You
worry
know,
about
that irritates the hell out of me. I hate when. I guess I understand it to a point. Godzilla has done it. They've done it twice.
To be fair with Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, if I'm remembering
He
that
probably said it
correctly,
right.
I don't
It's
know.
okay.
I could be thinking about Akira Toriyama. He had nothing to do with GT. He was not included in any part of GT.
And to be fair, I guess if he's erasing that portion of it, it's fine.
It
Yeah.
was worth being erased.
Yeah, it deserved to
It's
be
like
erased.
they were just trying to stretch it out as long as they possibly could, and they
So did that mean that there were like?
so many of the
Dragon Ball
characters.
GT is the DC movies of anime.
So does that mean that there were like several episodes where he was just spending 30 minutes trying to go into Super Saiyan mode?
That is from the original.
That's
What
the original.
Fuck are you talking about?
It's like 4
Yeah.
episodes of just ah! Next
Or
episode.
4 episodes of
Ah!
him just holding a freaking was it the spirit bomb
spirit
or whatever
bomb.
in the fuck it is?
My God.
He just holds it like this, and it's the same scene,
Spirit
like
bomb.
1,000 times, put over and over and over and,
And
over and over.
he's
and
not
over
even
again.
yelling when he's making the
No.
spirit bomb. He's just standing there, arms wide, just
Yeah.
I'm making a big ball. Oh, and if the person has any amount of goodness in their heart, guess what? It's not going to affect them. You know what? Everybody has a little bit of evil. Everybody has a little good. That weapon, that attack, the spirit bomb, useless. I mean, he hits Vegeta with it. Vegeta. And it does nothing. Nothing.
It's better than every single one of Krillin's attacks, though.
Well,
Krillin is
no,
one of the most-
no, bullshit. Destructo Disc. Destructo Disc cuts Frieza in half. Admittedly, Goku throws it, but it's the attack. It's the attack that Krillin came up with.
Okay, Krillin, Yamcha, and was it Hercule are the
God.
3 most useless characters in the entire Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Just they're useless.
Krillin is the most powerful human in the show.
He might be the most powerful
Krillin
human.
is the most powerful human in the show. Everyone else who's more powerful than Krillin, which is everyone else, is not human.
Okay.
Master Roshi.
Krillin's more powerful. Because guess what? Krillin's out there trying to kick ass. Master
He
Roshi's sitting on his little turtle ass on his island doing nothing.
He's doing things. He
Doing-
is sexually
oh.
harassing women.
Well, yeah. Okay.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. But who hasn't?
But I mean, you look at like Goku, and I freaking love Goku, but that man has died so many freaking
Which
times.
is the only reason he's as powerful as he is. Because guess what? Saiyans, they get more powerful when they get their asses kicked. It's like, it's canon. That motherfucker has died so many times that he's just more powerful than everybody.
You know, the funny thing is though, is that I think just about all of his deaths were from other people, but one of them he actually had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
He had a heart
because
attack
ate
and
too
he
much.
died.
Yes. That's why Trunks had to come back from the future to give him heart medication. Trunks literally traveled through time to
Trunks
give
is
Goku
Vegeta's son, by the way.
to give Goku heart medicine because the motherfucker just can't eat right. He's like, oh look, 75 bowls of ramen sounds great. Yeah, how about you eat a fucking vegetable or two, Goku?
Yeah.
Here's a carrot.
Even
What's
when
that?
he's dead, he freaking eats like that.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm gonna.
That just went off on a tangent.
I
My
know.
God.
I'm gonna pivot back to DC for a moment because I never got to finish.
Yeah, who can beat who? Goku versus Superman, and go.
No.
Well,
No, I'm gonna. No. We're not gonna get into that discussion. No, I'm gonna pivot back to DC for a second because I talked about the Young Justice series that's coming back. And it's going to have the same cast and everything, the same animators, so it's going to be on the DC streaming service, which I'm excited for because they never got to finish that show.
I do like Young Justice.
They did say that they're also going to they're developing a Swamp Thing series.
Really?
Which is from, I think, the guy James Wan, who did, I think he was responsible for part of Saw, and he's directing Aquaman.
word.
And
Do you think Jason Momoa is going to cut his hand off in this movie?
Let me
probably
be
not.
super freaking honest with you. I hated Aquaman for the longest time. Absolutely hated Aquaman.
Why?
To me, he was a useless freaking character. He was a fish man who could talk to fish, and that's
Guess
all.
what? Guess what?
I
He had more superpowers than Batman did.
hated him.
And he was just as rich.
You know what made me love him?
I'm guessing Jason Momoa
No,
because
I fell in love with him before Jason Momoa ever played him, and what made me fall in love with him was my
That sweet
husband. No, my husband showed me the
Impex.
animated.
Yeah, we talked about this
Justice
on the last
League
show, remember?
or something like that.
Yeah.
He showed it to me, and it was when Aquaman's son is kidnapped, and they're strapped to the boulder and about to fall down into the little volcano underwater, and he chops off his hand to rescue his son. That's what made me fall in love with him.
Yeah.
And from there, I'm just like,
So
woo,
is your hand?
Aquaman!
So is your husband missing a hand? Because apparently, what makes you fall in love with people is like, oh
No,
yeah, I'm
it
gonna
was
cut my hand off.
sacrificing.
So
his
your
hand.
favorite painter
It was
must be Van
saving
Gogh.
his son.
Your favorite painter must be Van Gogh. He cut off an ear.
No, because it's not a fucking hand.
Why would you want somebody to cut off a hand? Like how is that
He
attractive?
saved his son.
You can't
And
do
I
any,
loved
like oh
it.
look I can't shoot a gun anymore because I only have one hand or
You could
oh
totally
look I
shoot a
can't
gun
sweep a
one-handed.
floor anymore because I only have one
You
hand.
can totally sweep a floor with
Sweep
one
okay
hand.
sweep a floor with one hand.
I will sweep a floor.
Do
with
it. Do
one
it
hand.
now.
You
I'll
sleep
see you
your
standing
own
up.
damn ship.
No,
I'm
my-
paying you, motherfucker.
My grandfather only had one arm.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. I. What? Is there an alarm going off? Do I need to go work on the engine?
No, come back. No, the ship is fine. The ship is fine.
Oh, okay.
Ship is fine. No, come back. Anyway. Anyway, that's a
God.
story for another show. But no, I think that's about all I had for the streaming service for DC. It seems like it's promising, but I've noticed that everybody's trying to pull off a streaming service now because Disney's got a streaming service.
But
they're
to
trying
be fair, that's Disney. What don't they own at this point?
That's true.
That's
Because
true.
you think about it, what they're working on for their streaming service, not only are they going to bring their entire library of family films and
God.
a lot of people don't even think about it, but when they think about Disney, the first thing to think about is all the, animated movies they have and the family films that they have, but they're not thinking about all the adult films they have under Touchstone.
I've seen a couple of those films, but I
Miramax.
don't think they're approved by Disney.
Yeah, very true. But, there are a lot of films that are under other labels that they own
Yeah.
that they're probably going to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
over too.
Not to mention all of the B straight to TV movies like
yeah.
HE Double Hockey Sticks, Paper Brigade, Johnny Tsunami. Man, I want to watch those things again. I'm looking forward to watching Johnny Tsunami.
Do you remember? And I don't know if either of you remember this, if you're old enough to remember, but there was a Disney Sunday movie It was like on ABC, and it was just they were movies made for this time slot on television. there were movies that I remember. I think there was one called Scuzz Bucket, which is about an imaginary creature, and some kid had. I think there was another
familiar.
one called what was it, Sidekicks or something like that, which was about kung fu. A kid, Ernie Reyes, I think it was his name. He was pretty popular because he knew kung fu and stuff like that as a kid. I think he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Really?
And then he was in Surf Ninjas. I don't know
Really?
if you remember that one.
Surf Ninjas.
Yeah,
My God.
He was like the star of that movie.
Yeah, that's like when they gave up on making decent 3 ninja movies.
Yeah.
I mean, do you realize how bad your movie has to be a spin-off of the 3 ninjas?
Yeah.
Just my God.
Mm-hmm. But there was that, and the one I remember vividly, and I honestly think the only reason it sticks in my head so much is because I actually had it recorded on a video cassette somewhere.
Oh God!
Was
video cassette?
Video
what is
cassette?
that thing?
It's like a VHS. It's you put it in this tape player and stuff like that. It's way out of date.
Think there's probably going to be somebody who listens to this who thinks, seriously, what the hell are they talking about?
VHS.
They're gonna Google it.
Yeah.
But it was called Mr. Boogedy.
Okay, Google. What's
Mr.
VHS?
Boogedy.
Do you remember Mr. Boogedy?
Oh, I was pulling it up.
And then there was a sequel to it called Bride of Boogedy.
No.
No?
No,
You
I don't remember
this?
those.
But the guy, it was like this. It was supposed to be like a family horror film, I guess you'd say, where the guy was supposed to be scary. It was like boogity, 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 and stuff like that. And for some reason, I just want to see it again. I'm sure it's terrible, but I just want to see it again just because I have that memory of it.
It's like the Are You Afraid of the Dark? I want to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark again because that was the shit when I was growing up. Man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to go back and see that at some point. I remember it so fondly.
I got you.
As a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure I won't now.
No.
Nothing. I mean, there are a few things that age pretty well, but I'm sure a lot of those don't, especially made for TV movies. So,
I feel you. I want to watch Paper Brigade again.
Yeah.
Just it was so bad. At the time I was watching it, I knew that it was bad, but I loved it.
Yeah. And I think that's a funny thing about nostalgia is how it captures what we love about it. And for whatever reason, we can actually look back on it now and just still enjoy it. Like, I actually went back and bought, you remember Herbie the Love Bug?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
The one movie that I remember watching so many times as a kid was Herbie Goes Bananas, which is probably the last one they made before
Lindsay Lohan took over.
Exactly. But I remember just watching it so much, and I loved it so much, and I went back and I bought it, and I watched it, and it still was fun for me,
Yeah.
It didn't age bad for whatever reason, but I don't know if it would be the same for anybody else that watched it.
You know what show that I watched as a kid that I want them to see, that I want to see a live action movie of? Gargoyles.
I want to see
Yes!
That show was the shit.
That
Fucking
show
love
needs to make a
Gargoyles.
comeback.
Amazing.
I've seen petitions for it to be made into a movie. I want to see it so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
If done right.
Yeah.
If done right.
Done right.
For sure.
Man.
Because it was so dark.
It was
For a
dark.
Disney cartoon.
And they included so much like random history and culture. Like Macbeth was a reoccurring character. The 3 witches were like the 3 witches from the beginning of Macbeth.
It's like it
there was the Norse mythology was in there. It was just there was so much actual like information in that show.
It was a show that didn't rightly belong as a Disney cartoon.
No, but it was amazing.
It was phenomenal.
We live again.
I loved it.
That's like,
Yes.
was it the Black Cauldron?
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
That was a really
Such
dark
a
one,
good
and it's
movie though.
I love the
I
Black
cry
Cauldron.
every time I watch it. When the little
Gurgi?
dog creature
Gurgi?
crawls into the cauldron, I'm just like, no.
But the Black Cauldron and the Sword and the Stone are 2 movies
Yes.
that I don't think I could ever outgrow.
The Sword in the Stone is literally the first half of the book of Once in the Future King.
No
Really?
kidding.
Scene for scene, a Once in the Future King, first half of that book.
That is one movie I could I think I could be 90 years old and watch it and still just freaking love it.
But that shows how well they did those movies sometimes,
It does.
because they've got a lot of those movies they get dismissed because they seem like they're children's fare, but they're not. They're just they're well told stories that were done in animation, and that's one of those issues that I have with people who look at cartoons and think that they're just for children. They're not. They're every animated series or anything animated is for children.
Especially if you look at the Japanese anime.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
There's
I
so
hate
much
when people
just
say
depth.
anime is for kids.
It's not at
I
all.
hate
all.
it. Absolutely hate it. I literally want to tell them, like, okay, anime's for kids. Go buy your child Bible Black and come back to me.
Oh God.
For anybody who doesn't know, Bible Black is a hentai. Do not buy it for your children.
It's not a normal hentai either.
No, it is
which
not.
is
It
saying
is fucked
something.
up so bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bible
But still,
Black.
I mean,
My
even,
God.
like-
I can't believe you brought up Bible
I freaking
Black.
love Bible Black.
Seriously, who did you let on our ship?
I don't know.
Who is this woman? Because my God,
We both agreed she was fine to get on the ship.
well, she was paying us well.
That's right. So I
Where
can't
do you
help
think
it.
I get my money from?
Just let
I'm
it
I'm not
go.
going to say anything.
No, just let it go.
Just-
Let it go.
so Disney.
Now,
Yeah.
on like the other, have you seen the new trailer for How to Train Your Dragon 3?
No.
It looks freaking amazing, and I'm so excited. So excited. Now, there's a lot of flack about it.
What's the plot of this one even going to be?
The plot of
I
this
don't know,
The
I
one.
plot of
haven't
the
seen it yet
second
either.
one was
No.
shit.
The plot of this one is that, I mean, obviously there's another antagonist who is
What?
after Toothless.
What?
Because
Well, let me
he-
guess. Is it his long lost brother that he
No.
never knew about?
No, at least I don't think so.
Is it a great uncle?
It is a man who has killed every Night Fury. So he's after Toothless. Now, the thing is they find a Light Fury. It literally looks like a white Toothless, but
That's
it's a girl.
stupid. That's stupid.
She looks freaking amazing.
So what is it? Is it
looks
the dark one? Is
amazing.
it the dark one's the male and the white one's the female?
No, I
Because
don't
that's
know.
just
No,
stupid.
because she's a different type of Fury. She's a Light Fury, not a Night Fury.
Really, a light
But
fury, so she's not heavy. So
people-
so they're fat shaming now in this movie. And the movie's not even out, and they're fat shaming people with it. A light fury, my God,
Now,
not cool.
people are pissed off about it. Do you know why
Why?
people are pissed off?
Because it's white.
No, 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 no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no,
hey,
no, no, no,
hey,
no, no, no,
hey,
no,
hey,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
Night,
no.
Night Fury lives matter.
No. The
I got it.
LGBTQ community is
I
pissed
called it.
off because they did not make Toothless gay.
Really?
They wanted the white dragon to be a boy because they quote, there's too many heterosexual movie plot lines. And
My
they
man, so
announced
you
the
know.
movie during Pride Month.
Wow.
And they are so pissed about it.
Wow, really?
And I'm just like, why can't we all just be happy that they're making another movie with fucking Toothless because he's freaking amazing?
I don't know, I was
you
never
know-
really that fond of Toothless. He seemed kind of like a dick.
He is not a dick.
He seems kind of like a dick.
Pikachu seemed like a dick too,
Well,
but people
Pikachu-
fucking loved him.
Pikachu was a dick. Pikachu was still a dick. You know, I have a theory. I have a theory about Pikachu and all of these new seasons they make. You know, Pikachu by the end of the first season, by the end of each of the seasons, is a badass. Like taking down fucking Onyxes with a Thunderbolt, which shouldn't happen with one Thunderbolt. But yet, at the beginning of each season, Pikachu, he sucks again. He's terrible. So you know what my theory about this is?
What?
Each season is a new Pikachu. It's the child of the Pikachu that Ash had at the beginning of the last season. And he's just in the new region, and he's got brand new Pokemon, you know, level 5, just hatched from its egg Pikachu. And he's going through this new region to go through it. And he's like leveling up his Pikachu as he goes. That is the only reason that Ash, at this point, after what, 20 years of traveling with the same Pikachu, if it's the same
Doesn't- yeah.
Pikachu, isn't so badass that it just comes on and just like tail whips a motherfucker to death.
That is true.
But
Because
hey-
I mean, if you're looking at like the video games, it
And
would
then
be like level 100 now, and you could just.
And then in
destroy
like
everybody.
the Pokemon Y and Z, whatever show that they have, this Pikachu that he has Iron Tail from the beginning. Like one of the first fights that he does, he has Iron Tail. The only way that's possible is if one of the Pikachu's, one of the Pokemon that it came from, knew Iron Tail when the egg was laid. Like I know I'm geeking out right here because in like the games. Anywho, the only reason for a Pikachu that this week to be able to know that kind of attack is if one of its parents knew it and it just knew it when it hatched. So my theory is that each of the seasons has a new Pikachu, a new starter Pokemon that he goes through with the new region with.
You know, that does throw out a very interesting question. Why do all Pokemon come out of eggs? You know, I mean, a
that's
lot
a
of
good
them
point.
look like mammals to me, so why are they all in eggs?
Some of them even look like they're just rocks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why are they in eggs? It's weird.
That's a good point. Some
So-
of them are even mentioned as being warm-blooded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are all Pokemon like related to descendants of the platypus?
I don't know. So hey, we're kind of nearing our destination. I wanted to play a game with you real quick to kind of pass the time if y'all want to.
I like games.
You want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay, so I had this idea.
Do you want to play a game?
You want to play a game? So I have this game that I heard about on some other thing that I was listening to, and I thought it would be fun if we got to play it. Okay,
Seriously,
so
do you ever actually drive the ship?
well, the ship knows where it's going, and we'll get there, and I'll go up to the console
So
when
why
it's
am I
time.
paying y'all? Why don't I pay the ship?
No,
Well, we're
because
the ones taking care of well, I'm the one taking care of the ship.
There's
This guy
ma-
apparently just watches shit
So
all
why am
day.
I just
We-
paying you?
You know, you should just pay me. We can just
maintenance,
cut him out.
maintenance. Okay, so
I'm the one who maintains everything.
All right,
I am
well,
the mechanic.
I'm the captain.
All right, Captain Kirk.
Fine. Okay, so
Why don't you cross your legs like a bitch?
anyway, if we want to play a game real quick before we get to our destination, what
Yes.
we're going to do is we're going to name as many DC characters as we possibly can
Jesus.
until someone cannot name one within a certain time.
You know what's great about this game? Considering the fact that we're traveling close to the speed of light, each one of these things that we mentioned technically takes like 200 years to mention.
That's right.
I love time dilation.
It's
I'm
awesome.
gonna
hilarious.
fail this so fast.
Okay, so
DC characters.
DC
okay.
characters.
Crap.
That's what we have to stick to.
Right.
And
I mean,
there's
if it was Marvel, it'd be a little easier. But
well, I figured that it would make. We'll do Marvel next time, maybe. But anyway, all right. So George, I'll let you go first. Katrina, you go next, and then I'll go next. Hey, we haven't even said your name, so I
I
just
thought
said
it was
it.
You're
just passenger.
I just called you that because it
You're
sounded
creepy.
good.
Like seriously, how did you know her name? She just told us.
I
passenger
made up a
so
name
far.
for it. It sounded
Dude,
pretty good.
have
I think
you
he
been-
went through my belongings because he was spot on that.
That's kind
Yeah,
of creepy.
I was.
It's creepy.
Okay, I'm
He is a
sorry.
creeper.
I was
Yeah.
kind of sneaking around in the room. I'm the captain, damn it! I have a right.
I don't think that's the way that works.
Okay,
but-
well, anyway, let's play the game before we get to our destination because I think this will be fun. All right, so George, passenger, and then me.
Okay.
Start off with the most basic shit you can.
Clayface.
Superman.
Wonder Woman,
Batman.
Flash.
Poison Ivy,
Reverse Flash.
Bane.
Joker.
Poison Ivy.
He
I
already
already
said
said
poison
poison.
ivy.
Oh, you already said Poison Ivy. Okay. Man, this is some good meat. Too bad it's our last bottle. Crap.
All the
Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
Screw you guys.
Catwoman.
Black Manta,
Arsenal.
Batgirl.
Black Canary,
White Canary.
Kid Flash.
Adam.
Adam?
Yeah, the Adam.
Shazam.
Good call.
Oh, Martian Manhunter.
Oh, snap! You!
Supergirl.
Ms. Martian.
Robin.
Superboy.
Anybody said Joker?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Scarecrow?
Okay.
Harley Quinn.
Penguin.
To the penguin, by the way, not the Scarecrow. I love me a short, fat man. Catwoman.
I already said Catwoman.
Fuck. Jim Gordon.
Okay.
Beast Boy.
Inferno.
Barbara Gordon.
That doesn't work.
Killer Frost.
Superman.
I already
Yes,
said
sir.
Superman.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Sorry. Green Lantern.
Oh god. Sinestro.
Ooh. Constantine.
Impulse.
Red Tornado.
Ooh, that's a
Bull-
good
bull.
one.
That's what
Raven.
she said.
Beast Boy.
I already said Beast Boy.
Oh, Cyborg.
Raven.
I already said Raven.
Starfire. Starfire's sister.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No,
ooh.
I can't say it.
What's the one? Is it Chester? Is that her name?
Chesser.
Chester? The chick?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that one.
Oh.
Terra.
Oh, what is his name? Give me a second.
Run that time.
Supergirl.
I already
That's what
said
it says.
Supergirl.
Fuck. What is his name? Interdimensional Traveler. Have to say his name to Splitlick. I can never pronounce his name.
Mixer Spitlick.
Mrs. Splitlick, yeah.
Mr. Flubblick. Fuck, I just had one. Oh, Alfred!
Mon-El.
Zod.
Son
of Zod.
Wait your turn.
Speedy.
Ooh.
Mr. Terrific.
Ra's al Ghul 2.
No. What's his grandson's name? What's his grandson's name?
Ra's al Ghul.
No. What's his grandson's name?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Come on. He's the son of Batman.
Oh, it's snorted. Oh.
Son of Batman.
Dick Grayson.
No, son of Batman.
Dick Grayson.
Grandson of Ra's al
Grayson.
Ghul.
Dick Grayson.
No.
I don't care if somebody said Robin already. There are like 4 of them. So Dick Grayson.
Okay.
One of.
Fuck. Aquaman.
Damian Wayne.
Damien Dark.
You already said Damien Dark.
Did he?
Did he?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Fine.
Constantine.
No, you said that.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
What's her
the
name?
devil.
What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name?
I don't know.
Talia.
What's your name?
Zatanna.
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 Crap. Anybody said Bane yet?
No.
Yes, I said Bane.
You said yeah.
Oh,
You did.
okay.
She did.
Riddler.
There you go. Good.
Yeah.
Good pull.
No,
No, you said
Edward Nygma, if you prefer.
Oh fuck.
Mr. Enigma.
What's the one with the hat?
With the one
helmet.
with the hat that does the stuff with the place with the people.
I don't know. Come on, you're running out of time.
Fuck, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Tick tock, tick tock.
You know, you
tick
keep
tock.
saying you're running out of time.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm giving
Oh,
you-
Bumblebee.
Okay, good. Mad Hatter.
Firefly?
Okay. Yeah.
Firefly.
No, Firefly.
Firefly.
Did anybody say Slade?
Nope.
Haha, Slade.
Crap. Why am I running out of names? Swamp Thing.
Green Arrow.
God damn it.
That time. Tick tock, tick tock.
Fuck! I can't think of their names.
And-
No! Shut up! Shut up!
Time.
God damn it.
Alright, that's the game. That's the game.
I was thinking of the one with the Mr. Olympic. Is that his
No,
name?
Mr. Terrific. I already said him.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. What's the one with the helmet? helmet.
Oh, you're thinking
The golden helmet.
yeah, he's got the Ankh on his symbol.
He's
Oh,
the
Dr.
magical-
Fate.
Dr.
That one.
Fate.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Fate. That would have been a good one.
He's
Too
like
bad
the,
you
he's
suck,
like the
so.
Doctor Strange.
Ow!
of DC.
I have a sunburn, you bitch.
Good. How did you get a sunburn in space?
Well, I
Well,
was
we get
doing
near to the sun.
I was doing a spacewalk. I had to repair some
But you
Some
wear you wear a
shielding.
suit, don't you?
fuck you.
We get close to the sun every now and again.
Yeah, that
A
stuff
sun?
goes
Of
well,
s-
a
of kind?
star
Yeah,
of
a
sorts.
star. It's okay. But hey, we've
But anyway, ow!
we've kind of reached our destination, so we might want to go get our.
Yeah, get the fuck off our ship.
Yay.
I'm
I
tired
can
of
finally
you.
get off
Just
this
go.
fucking ship.
Good. So
Good thing you paid in advance.
Creepy ass
Jesus.
people who go through my stuff
Sorry.
and insult me.
Hey,
If-
it's
if
I
my.
am
if
giving
you're-
you a bad rating on the Better Business Bureau.
Hey,
Oh, that's fine.
our
it's
ship.
not like we're on there anyway.
That's right.
And if you're missing any underwear, it's I don't know what happened to it.
Just remember when you rate it, it's the FU2. So.
Because if you gave us a bad rating, then guess what?
F you
too.
too.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's go get some. What are we looking for? Mead or beer?
Mead, beer,
Whatever.
just any kind of fermented beverage is
Whatever they got this kind of alcohol in. All right. Well, this should be a good spot.
because it's good for the ship, right?
That's
You know,
right.
it's
right.
Good fuel.
I mean, we can use it for a little for the ship and a little for us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's land and see what we can find.
All right. Well, get riddance to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you'll actually do something other than like watch movies this next trip.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
I could-
The autopilot is just so awesome.
I could use a hand in the engine. Room,
All right,
by the way.
fine. I'll give you a hand next time. All right.
Yeah, and I don't mean just clap. I want actual help.
Fine. Okay, I'll help you. Okay.
He'll hold your tool for you.
All right.
Well, at least you'll be doing something.
Let me go land the ship.
Oh, you mean that's not autopilot?
No.
This has been a Pencil and Paper Podcast Network production.